Just in tennis.
You said tennis?
Yeah.
That's what's up.
Naomi Osaka busting ass. The new Serena. That's the heir to the throne right there. After Serena retires, it's gonna be all about her now.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Honestly, this review might not even be long anyway. Honestly,
No, you ain't got a lot to say about this.
I do for the songs I like. For the songs
Uh,
I don't like, it's like,
Chuck Knight was just signing anybody. You look like
right.
he didn't give a fuck. He was like, "Yo, you do G Funk? Let me sign you."
Or you're a gangbanger. Let me tell you.
Right, right. You a blood? Let me sign you. The fuck? A lot of unknown motherfuckers on this shit. This shit remind me of the Christmas album we talked about.
You said what?
The Christmas album we talked about, the Death Row Christmas album. A lot of unknown motherfuckers on that one.
Yeah, but not that this is a bad soundtrack and shit like that. It's just that because the production, let's just say the production saved most of these songs. I'm
Half
gonna
of
be
these
real.
niggas wouldn't be out right now.
Hell no.
They wouldn't be out right now. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, after this review, I might just finish this beef episode, just chill for the night, cause I had a long ass fucking day and I'm off tomorrow, so I might sleep in a little bit. No, I don't want to watch no fucking Lord of the Rings, bitch. Oh, it's the advertisement. Excuse me. I honestly never got the popularity for that series. Honestly,
I love it. At least the first trilogy, not the second one. First trilogy was great. The second one is terrible.
and it's not a trilogy if it's more than three chapters. Honestly,
Well, they had the trilogy, and then they have a bunch of books. You know, the Hobbit trilogy. I didn't care for.
Hobbit.
The games was great though. I played. I had the Return of the King for 360. That was great.
This is unfamiliar. Y'all ready for Ari Lennox's new album?
Yep, real R&B.
Okay, well, where's your velvet nippers? All right, I'm gonna start in about 10 more minutes. What the fuck do I want to watch right now? Shit. Do you like this song "Riding Spinners" by 360 Mafia? It's pretty straight.
Classic.
What do you think of the movie The Hangover? I like The Hangover one.
That's the best one.
Hangover, yeah, of course that's the best one. Hangover two was cool, but it was like okay. worst video game you ever played? Phew, I played a lot of crap, honestly.
right?
You got anyone in mind, try?
Video game,
Yeah.
Pirates of the Caribbean. That was bad.
Oh God.
For the 360, that shit was terrible. The gameplay was terrible. The graphics were terrible.
I think one of the worst ones I played was it was a Mario game actually.
Mario, a Mario game,
Mario has some
uh,
trash too.
a Mario game you didn't like. Wow.
Like I said, Mario.
What was the Mario game you didn't like? What, Galaxy?
Oh no, I love Galaxy.
You know Galaxy.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of the fucking name. Hold on.
What about that puzzle shit they had for was that for the DS?
That was one of the worst ones.
Yeah, that puzzle shit probably. I didn't. I don't. I never played a bad Mario game.
Okay, okay. I think I remember. I think I remember.
Paper Mario,
It
that
was,
shit.
it was like a Mario Superstar, or some shit like that. No,
What's that?
Mario and Luigi's Superstar Saga. I didn't like care for it too much, honestly.
Mm, Paper Mario. You ever played that one?
I haven't played Paper Mario like that, honestly.
Yeah.
I played, you like Sonic the Hedgehog, all the way up to 2002. Everything after '02 sucked. The best sports game is NBA Live '95. What makes it so great? I'm just asking because I actually never played it before. That's why I'm asking. Speaking of video games, I might actually play some video games actually right now, honestly. The question is, what game do I want to play? Maybe some GTA, maybe. Mortal Kombat Subject Mythologies is the worst I played N64. Yeah, I heard that one was trash.
Never played it.
Yeah, I'm gonna play me some PS4. Fuck PS4, and I might play some Def Jam later. Yeah, yeah. What do you think about the DC Mortal Kombat video game? That one was cool. I just wish the graphics were better
I think
and the game.
the Marvel fighters were better. The DC fighters were better. I ended up selling that game. I didn't care for the storyline. The storyline was whack.
Yeah, that's what a lot of people's issue was the storyline.
Yeah, they tried to cram too much in one game.
I'm more of an Injustice fan over that one.
Yeah,
Cruz said Janet Jackson, funny how time flies, or come back to me. Oh shit! I might have to go. Funny how time flies.
Yeah, I like that one.
Come Back to Me was cool too.
That was dope. The whole album.
Oh man, Kara's one is coming to DC. Oh wait, this was past. Fuck.
You late, Reg? You late?
Well, it's their fault. They posted it like shit.
They posted it
I
late.
could have see
Why they post it late though?
because they're idiots.
You're late,
They'll
Reg.
post little they'll post little babies concerts on time and shit.
Right? They want to make sure you early for that motherfucker.
Right. Shit. That's funny. Speaking of bullshit, they said the baby they had to cancel this concert due to low concert sales and shit.
Are you surprised?
They said this nigga sold less than 500 and shit.
Are you surprised?
Hell no. I'm gagging. Yeah, yeah. I'll play me some video games, boy.
Castlevania.
You said what?
Castlevania. I love that game.
That's a classic.
Game is classic. They got the Netflix series.
Is it good?
Yeah, you would like it if you like. You like anime. It's like more mature.
Define mature.
Violence, sex. Cursing.
Murder.
Yep, that
Cool.
that's part of the violence.
That's cool. Wait, my battery's low. Fuck. Oh,
Wolfenstein, but I had the PC version for Wolfenstein.
all right, man. I'm ready to start that. You are.
So,
What's up, you two? How's everyone doing this lovely day? This your boy Reg in the motherfucking building. I got my homeboy Trial with me,
yo,
and the album that we are going to discuss today, as part of the soundtrack, we're going to do the Above the Rim soundtrack. This came out. This was the second soundtrack on Death Row Records and stuff like that. This came out in 1994. Of course, this is the soundtrack to the fucking movie of the same name, which starred Dwayne Martin, Leon, Tupac Shakur, and so on and so on and stuff like that. Correction, this is actually the first soundtrack. I made a slight mistake. Correction. Um, Singles album is known for are Regulate by Warren G, Lady of Rage, Afro Puffs, and I'll Be Sure I'm Still in Love with You, and H Town Part Time Lover. Producers include Suge Knight, Kenny Ortiz. They were like the executive producers and stuff like that. Second to none, Swamana, Swoop Brown, Daz, Dalvin the Great, DJ Quick, which this was a time when he was having issues with Profile Records, so he was like a freelance producer for Death Row at this time. But most of the time he went under his government name David Blake. Dr. Dre, Warren G, Johnny J, Tracy Kendrick, Havoc, Benny Bendina, Alan All Star Gordon, Brian Alexander Morgan, Nikki Nicole, OFTB, Daryl Peterson, Chris Perrin, Sharon Riley, Carper Small, Avi Sure, and Devontae Swing. I got a whole fucking lineup and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? All right, so you guys should already know about the run, about the band. We talked about that shit and stuff like that. Pretty dope movie. So yeah, check out the Tupac breakdown we did and stuff. You know what I'm saying? So this is the album cover right here. Just fucking slam having a fucking slam dunk and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Um, pretty dope soundtrack. CD like and stuff too. Of course, you have Tupac as Birdie right there and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Got pictures right there. There's pictures of the movie. All right. By the way, there's actually two versions of the soundtrack. They got the cassette version, which it also has the Tupac song "Pain" and stuff like that too, and the original version of "Loyal to the Game." Which I want that version, but that version is long out of print. So yeah, this is like the best known version of this soundtrack, honestly. Track number one, "Anything," the All Star remix from SWV. You know what I'm saying? Very dope remix. I kind of like this version a bit more than the album version from the It's About Time album and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? So this was very dope. Vocals were everything and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And if I'm not mistaken, this is the one with the fucking Wake One and Ghostface on the remix too. Shit, you know what I'm saying? No, scratch that. It was Meth, ODB, You God. I got that mixed up with the Jodeci Freaking You remix. Excuse me, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, everyone did their fucking thing on this one, shit like that. So yeah,
Yeah, this was dope. This is definitely classic record from SWV, and big hit, and having Wu Tang on the future was great. Iconic R&B song.
very iconic. Track number two, Old Time Sake. This was performed by the late Sweet Sable. Sweet Sable, she was pretty much like a house singer and stuff like that. She had this one song she did, called Friends for Old Time's Sake and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Wait, hold on, yeah, that was the first single and shit like that. But then like they redid this song, and of course they added like the Eddie Kendrick sample, which you guys should know how Alicia Keys used that same sample too and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But this one was a very dope song. I love this fucking track. Had like a nice little vibe to it. You know what I'm saying? Unfortunately, she passed away 2 years ago from the coronavirus and stuff like that. So, and she also has some health problems. She also has some health problems too and stuff like that too. So, rest in peace to Sweet Sable.
This was dope. Definitely, like the beat and scratches on there. The bass line. It had like an old school vibe to it.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. Track number three, H Town Part Time Lover. Love this fucking track and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? This was produced by Devontae Swing, who also, was doing a lot of production around Death Row Records, most notably for All Eyes on Me and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And it's crazy too because I've always said that the second album, Bane After Dark, had a very strong Devontae Swing sound influence and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So this could have been something that could have easily been on like Diary of a Madman. Like I could easily see like Casey and JoJo on this track too, but Dino and Shazam, they definitely did their thing with with the vocals and stuff like that too. So definitely gotta talk about Begging After Dark one day. Definitely gotta talk about that record.
This was good. Dope. G funk R&B sound to it. Love the beats and the synthesizers, and got Dino singing. I know I can't be a full-time baby, so let me be a part-time job. And it's dope. A big hit single again. Another hit for H Town. So dope.
Definitely. Track number four, The Dog Pound, featuring Nate Dogg and Snoop Dogg, Nancy Fletcher and Dwight D. Lamont Williams, Big Pimpin'. Very dope song. This was like one of the breakthrough songs that they did on Death Row Records. You know what I'm saying? They actually did a sequel, of course, on the Dog Food album and stuff too, which was equally as good. A little trivia
Oh,
though, the
I
Snoop.
thought though.
You said what?
That was a shorter track on the Dog Food album though. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that dude that was doing the poem, he was like mainly on there.
Mm-hmm. Facts. Um, what was I about to say? What was I about to say? What was I about to say? Oh, a little trivia. Snoop's verse was actually took it from an unreleased Dr. Dre song called "The Ho Hopper." You know what I'm saying? Which I fucking love. That could have that was recorded like in '93, like a year after the Chronic, from what I looked up and stuff like that too. So that was a very dope track. It's on YouTube too. You know, surprisingly very good quality and stuff too. So yeah,
I love this song. I like this Morning Part Two. This one is a real like full song with the beat. I love those flute arrangements and Daz did his thing, Snoop did his thing. Sliding through the city in a rag 6'4", hopping like a motherfucker, trying to find a hole, hitting all the spots, but I'm coming up blank. I'm headed to the liquor store to get myself some drink. Fire. Snoop killed it. Nate Dogg singing, classic.
I agree. Track number 5, "Didn't Mean to Turn You On," performed by Second to None. Love this track. You guys should know about Second to None. They were affiliated with DJ Quick. So the story with this song, they were supposed to have dropped their official second album on Death Row Records and whatnot too. Because like I said, this was around the time when DJ Quick was having problems with Profile Records and stuff. And the album was recorded. It was called like the shit and stuff like that too. Which I talked about this album. We did the DJ Quick breakdown
Mhm.
and stuff
Yeah.
like that too. You know what I'm saying? Which honestly, I'm gonna be keep it a buck with you. That album is probably, if that would have came out, it might have been like their best album. I kind of like that a bit more than their first album and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? But of course, that got shelved. You know what I'm saying? Of course, because add on to the long list of albums that were shelved by Death Row Records and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, this track right here was pretty dope. You know what I'm saying? And you can also hear the album on YouTube too. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, this track right here is pretty dope. It definitely uses the Sherelle "Didn't Mean to Turn You On" sample, which I fucking love and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, fire.
This was dope. Dope G Funk track. Quick did his thing on here. The second to none. Definitely a banger.
Yes. Track number 6, "Doggy Style," by DJ Rogers. DJ Rogers, when I looked up, he's an R&B singer and stuff like that. You know, he's known for doing the song "Say You Love Me." I couldn't find a lot of information about him and stuff, but he was definitely a popular R&B singer from like the '70s and '80s. Like I said, like everybody was on Death Row Records at that time too. So, like I said, this beat, I love the beat. It's like a nice chill song, but yeah, I could have done without it.
Yeah. Thank you for it.
Right. Track number 7, "Regulate," Warren G and Nate Dogg. Honestly, this might be my favorite track off this album. Honestly, it's a hip hop classic. You know what I'm saying? Little story about this track though. So the story was that, of course, Warren G was signed to Def Jam Records, which personally I believe that it was probably for Dre's protecting to protect us, to protect Warren G from the gang atmosphere and stuff like that too. That's personally what I personally believe.
Mm.
But the thing was, they recorded this track for the soundtrack because Suge Knight wanted a song for the soundtrack from Warren G. But once the song got more popular, Def Jam was ready to record the Regulate G Funk Era album. But see, Suge Knight tried to veto that shit, because he said that Regulate was traditionally a Death Row song, and they wanted to do the album on Death Row Records, but Chris Lighty had to step in, to smooth things over, and so the rest is history and stuff. And that album pretty much saved Def Jam Records, to
Mm.
say the least. You know what I'm saying too,
Picture
which a lot
that.
of people, yeah, a lot of
Picture
people,
that. A West Coast artist saving the East Coast label. Who would have thought?
right, right. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm gonna be fucking real with you. Def Jam, it was 2 times where an artist saved Def Jam Records. 1994, Warren G, and then 1998 with JX and Ja Rule. That's my personal opinion and shit like that. Well, technically Irv Gotti, because Irv Gotti was pushed to have DMX and Jay on the label and stuff like that too. As much as people want to shit talk Irv Gotti, people got to remember that shit. So, hip hop history. But back to Regulate, I love this fucking record. It uses the classic Michael McDonald's "I Keep Forgetting" sample. You know what I'm saying? Which that might actually be his signature track too. Which I do have that album, which we need to talk about one day.
Mm,
It tells a story about how it's like Warren G. He's driving. He's trying to look for some freaks for the night. But then these guys, they actually want to fucking rob him and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? But then Nate Dogg is actually looking for Warren G and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? And he pretty much sees Warren G shot. And next thing you know it, he actually ends up being okay. And then they actually go to the motel at the end of the song. You know what I'm saying? So I fucking love like the alternation between Warren G and Nate Dogg. You know what I'm saying? Warren G. I'm trying to pull up some of the lyrics and stuff like that because Warren G definitely has some quibbles on this fucking joint. Hold on, right quick.
I hope Mark Nash is watching. You know what I'm saying? Because I was on his show last night. I had to set those West Coast niggas straight. It ain't about no territory. You had a West Coast artist like Warren G coming to save Def Jam, and he had the best album of the summer '94.
Right.
Classic
This
album.
nigga said, right, definitely a classic. This nigga said, I'm getting jacked. I'm breaking myself. I can't believe they taking Warren Swell. They took my rings. They took my Rolex. I looked at the brother and said, damn, what's next? And the Nate Dogg coming in with that. They got me homie hemmed up and they all around. Can none of them see him? They got straight pound for pound. They want to come up real quick before they start to clown. I best pull out my strap and let the busters down. And that's the key ingredient to why Nate Dogg was so special. He was like the smooth R&B nigga, but his lyrics, it could have been like it was like written for a rapper, but he's just singing them with so much soul and stuff like that too. Which that's why I hate when motherfuckers say, "Oh, this person is Nate Dogg of our generation." No, there's only one Nate Dogg, one Nate Dogg
And
only, and shit like that too. And this is honestly probably one of his best performances he's ever done as a featured artist. So this is actually my favorite track off the soundtrack.
classic,
No competition.
classic record. And I saw Warren G. Warren G came to Madison Square Garden and shut shit down in '94. Put on a great show. Salute to Warren G.
That
Underrated producer. He doesn't get his flowers like Quick and Dre, but he had a classic album.
I agree. All right. Track number 8, Quite a Little Liquor, performed by Thug Life. I talked about this song when I did the Thug Life album review years ago and stuff like that. One of my favorite Thug Life tracks. I love how Pac was doing something for his homies and stuff like that. Whether people trivia wise, you gotta be real. Like this, Above the Rim soundtrack was probably like the first known recordings that Pac did for Death Row Records. If you really want to be technical about that, so just throwing that shit out there. So I fuck with it.
Classic. Love the beat. Pac. A legend. He couldn't stop us as long as I got my Glock. Fuck the coppers hanging on the block, slinging rock and making prostitutes. Fire.
I agree. All right. Track number 9, Jewel and Aaron Hall, Gonna Give It to You. Um, pretty dope track. Rest in peace to Jewel. You know what I'm saying? Another huge blow to the music industry. Honestly, she should have had a fucking album drop too, but
Yeah.
oh damn, shit, damn. But anyway, yeah, this was even when Aaron Hall was still hot at the time and shit too. So very fire joint. I love it.
I feel like Aaron Hall slept with her.
He did probably. I'm not. I mean,
hmm I just get those vibes when I hear the song, but it was good.
definitely. All right, next track, Afro Puffs with Lady of Rage featuring Snoop Dogg. Very dope track. You know what I'm saying? But honestly, I kind of prefer the video version over the album version. Not saying that album version was a little bit step below, but I just personally felt like that video version added a little kick to it. I love the way they used that Johnny Guitar Watson sample and stuff too. Lady of Rage actually did not like this song and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? Because she pretty much thought the song was pretty corny, and she told a story this interview when she
Thought
was
the
like
song was
how,
corny.
yeah, she pretty
Have
much
you heard her album?
right. She pretty much did an interview where she said that she was riding in a car with Suge Knight's wife, and she thought that the song was not going to be included on the soundtrack. But then his wife was like, "Yeah, the song was included on your soundtrack and it's hot." And then she was pretty pissed off about that shit for a while. But then once she
Why?
saw what the video did, she actually ended up liking it. So you know how that story goes.
She should have been pissed about how that album came out on Death Row.
I agree.
You
That
know,
album was trash.
crazy.
Like some of Primo's like mediocre
Most
beats was on that.
beats was
Easy Mo beat. He did his thing on the beats, but Primo, I'm just like, what the fuck? Like, give us an Eric Sermon. Like, where was Eric Sermon at? Shit.
right. Where was he at?
But yeah, that's pretty
Me
much I
and
think
Dame,
about it.
shout out to Dame. Me and Dame did a album review on this like I think last month ago on Instagram.
Oh wow,
But yeah, she should have bought that album because that was not no great Death Row album. And
I
they
agree.
didn't even put this song on the album. Like they should have been a bonus track at least.
Well, I mean, it
You know?
was already like 3 years overdue and shit like that. So I kind of understood why they didn't put the song on the album. But that's why the original Eargasm album sure came out the way it was and stuff too. So
And who has that album?
probably locked up in the Death Row vault, honestly.
So Snoop Dogg has that.
'Cause I think there was like an EP with some tracks. Somebody like posted like either on Dat Piff or something like that, but it's been a while back.
Classic record. This was a big record over here. They played it every day. Loved the video. Classic. Should have been on her album.
I agree. All right. Track number 11's Just So You Know, performed by again another late rapper, CPO Boss Hog. You
A
know
lot
what I'm
of dead
saying?
people on this album. Bro.
Right. It's, Boss Hog, he was part of the CPO, Capital Punishment Organization, originally known as Lil Nation. That was MC Ren's proteges and stuff like that too, That album, To Hell and Back, fucking West Coast classic, man, in my opinion and shit. Very dope album, in my personal opinion. But unfortunately, that was the only album he came out with, unfortunately, and stuff like that too. But he actually ironically ended up doing some stuff with Death Row Records and stuff, and then he ended up passing away earlier this year, you know what I'm saying? Because he was recovering from a heart attack. As far as the song goes, it's pretty all right. It's not really one of my favorite songs album from him, but it's pretty interesting hearing him over like Death Row production and stuff. What up, Clutch?
Clutch was good, yo. What we doing with RJ? 120 million? He ain't worth that money. Come on, man. We gotta trade for Donovan. Nick's just blowing money away like it's nothing. So, shout out to Clutch, man. I'm gonna have Clutch on a live stream like in September, like Octoberish. This song was dope. I like the beat, the G Funk track. You know, this was dope.
Yeah, very dope. Um, Track number 12, Hoochies Need Love 2, performed by Paradise. I've never really been the biggest Paradise fan. If I'm not mistaken, wasn't she was affiliated with Eric Sermon, is that correct or no? Am I thinking about
Hurricane,
somebody else?
Hurricane G was affiliated with Eric. That's a different one.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, yeah. I don't know why I got them artists mixed up, but this song I could have done without this song, honestly.
Yeah, she sounded like a lot of other artists that was trying to do that Das Effects flow back then.
Right,
You
yeah.
know, the beat was dope. MC Light sampled that record for Too Young for What or for Act Like You Know. But yeah, I didn't care for Paradise.
But track number 13, I'm Still in Love with You, performed by I'll Be Sure. This was a pretty solid cover. This was a cover of the Al Green track, I'm Still in Love with You, you know what I'm saying? What the fuck? Sorry about that, my microphone's slow as shit.
I'm about to say like, yo, that shit scared me. Like, what? the hell?
My fault, man. But yeah, this was a solid cover and stuff like that. Again, you pretty much sounded very dope on that like G Funk beat. You know, he wouldn't have dropped another album until like maybe like 2008, 2009 and stuff like that. So, which I have yet to hear that album.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's I'll be
See,
sure I'm still in love.
I'll be sure I'm good doing renditions. Like you already fucked up the Eagles, Hotel California. You fuck up Al Green's song. He need to stay away
You
from
didn't like the
renditions.
first?
Don't. No, fuck no, no,
Oh
no.
wow.
This is bad. You know, you're not beating Al Green's cover. You're not beating Al Green's original track. No, he's 0 for 2 in my opinion. He's 0 for 2 when it comes to renditions.
Shit.
Not like it. Not like no.
All
I'm
right.
agreeing with this. Suge Knight said like this should deserve to be on the soundtrack. Tell Me Softly, that was okay, but he's still not beating the original one.
Hmm. All right. Next track we got is Kraken, performed by OFTB. Um, OFTB were like a West Coast group. You know what I'm saying? You know, another dead rapper flip side, Low MB and Bus Stop. Those are the members. There's actually a video of this song, if I'm not mistaken, too. This one decent. I feel like the beat kind of saved this song too. You know what I'm saying? So I fuck with it. It was decent for the beat.
This was dope. I know Pac shouted them out on to living down in L.A.
Yep.
This was a dope track. This was dope.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you about that. Next track we got is "You Bring the Dog Out" with Rhythm and Knowledge. I didn't care for this track.
Dope beat. I don't know who the fuck they are though. Never heard of them.
Right. Track number 16, "Blowed Away" by B Razell. I like the beat perform did made by what's his name, Devontae Swing. I feel like that was a pretty solid beat, honestly. But like I said, I mostly just like it for the beat.
Yeah, the beat was good. It was okay. It's not that bad.
Right. Uh, track number 17. It's not deep enough. You know what I'm saying? Ironically, that was produced by Mr. Dalvin. That was a Jewel track and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Again, a pretty solid track. You know what I'm saying? Again, Jewel's a very dope singer. Definitely did a thing on this record and stuff too. So yeah.
This was good. It's a dope singer. Rest in peace to her and love the beat. The sample was also used by Black Moon for the Buck 'Em Down remix. This
All
is dope.
facts. All right. And the last track, Dog Pound for Life. That's the dog pound and stuff like that. Not as good as Big Pimpin', but I feel like it's pretty quality and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Pretty solid track. So yeah,
Fire. Love this track. This beat, bass line, classic.
yeah, I agree. And that's all of the album. Overall, this excuse me, this soundtrack was pretty straight. Was pretty straight and stuff like that. I didn't like it as much as like the Murder Was the Case soundtrack, but I definitely felt like it definitely utilized like a lot of like the popular R&B and hip hop as well as a lot of the in Death Row family and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Some artists didn't really click well and stuff like that too, but at the same time, some of the most of production saved this album. So I'm gonna give this album possibly 4 out of 5.
I think it has a lot of big records on here. Regulate, Afro Puffs, SWV Anything, H Town joint, Part Time Lover, Big Pimpin' Fire, Quad a Little Liquor, big hit for Pac. They had some big records on here. They had some unknown artists that they thrown in on. Some of them had some bangers on here. It's a great G Funk inspired soundtrack. I'm giving it 4.5 mics. Still one of the best
Right.
'90s soundtracks.
I definitely agree with you about that. All right, I'm gonna stay on for a couple of minutes because, like I said, I'm not really trying to stay on for too long tonight. And in case anyone's asking, I do like the Pain track by
Pain
Pac
was
and the
great.
Loyal to the. Yeah, in case anyone wants to know my opinion on those.
I thought you was gonna mention those.
You know what? I think you're right. Yeah, give me 1 second. I'm gonna give me 1 second. I'm just trying to fix my microphone because. Yeah. All right. Well, like I mentioned before, add some bonus track. It has like three bonus tracks. The first bonus track is Pain. This is performed by Tupac and Stretch. Very, very, very dope song. This is actually one of the first Pac songs I've really heard and stuff. It was mostly played a lot of times in the movie and stuff like that too. The beat definitely sounded something different from Pac and stuff like that. It definitely had like a more spacey, atmospheric kind of feel to it. You know what I'm saying? Um, he
Right.
talking about what the ghetto youth were going through at the time and shit too. I love the performance he did on the Arsenio Hall show and stuff like that too. So it's a shame that him and Stretch fell out the way they did and stuff like that too. But it is what it is. Track number 20, Lord G Me Money, right? I'm gonna be quite honest with you. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Do you have any thoughts to say about Paying My Fault? You said what?
That's great. It's a great song. That should have been on one of his albums. I don't know why they never put it on it, but it's definitely a great song. He played it in the movie as well. You know,
I think originally it was supposed to be on the original version of Me Against the World because he actually had to re-record Me Against the World and stuff like that too. So I think that was supposed to be on the original version, but since he was going through like a sexual abuse trial and allegations that according to Pop that Biggie took the whole concept from Ready to Die. That's another story for a different day
come on,
and
man,
shit
you
like
gotta stop
that.
that shit. You gotta stop that.
You That's why he had to re-record Me Against the World and stuff like that. Well, because originally I think the album was called like Thug Style or some shit, or the original second volume to the Thug Life. But yeah, he did the whole Me Against the World. He recorded that, I think in about a couple days and shit too. So
Right. Classic record.
right, I've never heard the Lord G track, the My Money Right track. I never heard that one. So have you ever heard that one or no?
I didn't care. I didn't care for it. Now.
All right, bet. And then the last bonus track is Loyal to the Game with Pop, Stretch, and Riddler. Love this track. I think this actually I think I like this a bit more than Pain, honestly. Like and stuff like that, you know what I'm saying? It uses the classic cameo sample and stuff like that too, you know what I'm saying? And I've heard that sample used a couple of times too, you know what I'm saying? Um I honestly felt like Tretch killed this had a better verse and stuff too,
Mm,
especially when he had a line was born with seven flows and only having you for Peter and Boot's sake, the news break, then you shakes. I mean, Trent was always good with like the interplaying, wordplay, complex flow. Like he's not Eminem's favorite rapper for a reason and stuff like that too. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
that's actually if that should have been on the if there was like at least one song that should have been on the original version, but
It was good. It was good.
right. And yeah, I forgot to mention Ja Rule did remake this song, which I was not really a big fan of that remake, honestly.
I
That's
didn't like
that
it.
song should have never been made. I
No.
don't know what Suge Knight was thinking, but okay. Um, so yeah, that's the above the soundtrack, and the soundtrack should still be in print. I know they re-released this not too long ago, so check out the movie. I think the movie just came back on Netflix too, so yeah, check it out when you can and shit. All right, and the next soundtrack we're gonna do is gonna be on Thursday. So Thursday at 9 p.m. Yeah, I'm gonna leave that under the wraps right now, but I'll remind you after this video's over. All right, it's 12:30 right now. I'm gonna stay on for like about 5 minutes. See what y'all talking about. Q said, "What do you think about the Sunset Park soundtrack?" Love the soundtrack. The movie felt like a half-assed after-school special. Being real,
Right. Yeah.
that's the movie. I'm.
Soundtrack
I'm.
was
I'm you said what?
soundtrack was better.
Yeah, I definitely got to talk about the movie one day. I don't know if Mike ever seen that movie actually.
I'm pretty
Um,
sure he has. He might not have it on. I don't think it's on. I don't know if it's on Blu-ray though.
yeah, it's a pretty rare movie. I don't think
Yeah.
it was like Carla from Cheers is a coach and shit. That's funny. Way better than the Eminem version. I don't even want to mention the Eminem version.
Yeah.
That shit was trash.
Terrible.
Hmm. What about the Wood soundtrack? What was on that soundtrack? Let me double check.
I ain't heard that in
I know it's
years.
wait. You said what?
I haven't heard it in a minute. The movie was good. I don't the soundtrack. I don't even remember the soundtrack.
Okay. Let me see. Okay. Neck of the Woods, Mystical and Outcast. Think About You, Blackstreet. I heard that. Y'all all know Who by Roots. I Can X. The Hood, It's All Good. Cash Money Millionaires. Oh, I Want to Know. Of course. Yeah, I heard I Want to Know, of course.
Joe.
Then you said what?
That's Joe.
Yeah, Joe.
That was from that movie.
Yeah, they played that when Tay Diggs finally came to realization that he wanted to marry his girl and shit.
Okay.
Then the last couple of tracks they had like old school kind of songs like Houdini's Speaks Come at Night, Biz Make the Music with Your Mouth, Ahmad Back in the Day remix, very dope track. And Luther Vandross, If This Word Were Mine.
But they wasn't none of those songs was for the soundtrack though. That was they just threw them on there.
Yeah, because they played it in the movie and shit.
Yeah.
But half of these songs they didn't even play in the movie. I think the only
Yeah.
new song I kind of was
Mhm.
Joe I Want to Know It and stuff too.
Even with that, I thought that was from his album though.
It
Wasn't
was
that
they
right?
on his 2000. I think it was on his like 2000 album. It was a single and shit.
Right.
I gotta re-listen to that soundtrack actually. Better pen game, Smokey or Babyface? Ooh. Honestly, I might have to go with Smokey.
Babyface. Babyface. Definitely.
Yeah, can't get mad about that. Speaking of Eminem, definitely expect that beef episode. Hopefully by the end of this week. I gotta get the videos for that tonight. Oh, also, just letting y'all know, I finally made another Patreon for this channel and stuff like that. So the thing about this Patreon, I'm gonna have like exclusive content, like a lot more hip hop discussions. So if y'all want to subscribe, y'all can get like exclusive content, maybe like 2 weeks, or even if I want to put it on the channel or not. You know what I'm saying? Um, I know I'm also working on a top 50 MCs of all time and shit too. So that's gonna be a controversial episode, hopefully, and stuff too. So yeah, man. There'll be also times when I probably might even do like a pre-recorded review, like if it's like a new album and stuff like that too, on a Patreon and shit too. So y'all submit to the Patreon, donate on this fucking channel if y'all want to see more content and shit like that too. You know what I'm saying? I also made a fucking Twitch and shit too. You know, for my more of my DJ shit, which I want to review more of that information when the time is right for that shit too. So just letting y'all know. Q said, "Who's better, Teddy Pendergrass or Marvin Gaye?" Marvin.
Can't choose. They both great.
True. Favorite apocalyptic. Oh, you asking Moonflower? Never mind. Shit. what you doing like? I mean, what you doing on the rest of the week?
Um, tomorrow I got an Instagram live I'm doing about R&B. Is R&B dead? I don't know.
Okay.
BJ seems to think it is. I'm like, bring your black ass on the live then, nigga. Stop saying shit in the comments and show your damn face. You know.
Yeah, that whole
Uh,
this whole R&B dead is trash.
so I'm doing that Thursday. I got another show discussing the Rock Marcy album, Alchemist, and the Rapper Pooh new album from Little Brother. Talking about him. And
Oh,
then Friday, yeah, Friday. I'm doing Friday. Something Friday. What we doing Friday?
um, I know we have a soundtrack where we at six
Okay.
o'clock. I know I gotta work
Is that
late night.
waiting to excel? That one?
No, no, no. It's Nutty Professor. Waiting to
Waiting
Excel
to
is on Thursday.
Thursday, okay. Yeah. So it's a lot of shit.
Yeah. Also, this month we're gonna also be talking about an R&B group too this month and shit. I'm gonna reveal that on Sunday. Samson, have you heard the Romeo Must Die soundtrack? Yeah, I heard that a while back ago and shit. But yeah, I'm actually about to head out tonight, get me something to eat and stuff like that. Cause like I said, I'm just gonna go straight to fucking bed after I finish up this YouTube video. But appreciate as usual, try appreciate this. And y'all check out the album Above the Rim soundtrack. You know what I'm saying? Movie's pretty dope too. Y'all must have in your soundtrack if y'all death row soundtrack heads and stuff like that.
Right?
And as usual, I will see y'all later. Hope you guys have a good night. Peace.